Wait, don't. I should get on the AP exam instead of writing my DB. Who's Roddy Rich?
Aiden, did you vote for Mr. McCulloch?
I did vote for Mr. McCulloch.
Did you saw all the things like the other teachers had, like survived the school shooting? All right, Peter, your time has come.
Time to tie the score.
This looks like a job for me.
Looks like I'll finish their job for them. Are you on YouTube? Live stream on YouTube?
I'm recording.
Are you gonna post it?
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Don't bless my threats. I guess it's
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about Germany. Germany is having some issues. Okay. Germany, once Wilhelm II abdicates, the new government is called the Weimar Republic. They're social democrats. Okay, so they're moderate socialists. Okay. Now, they're moderate socialists, and but they have pretty much a lot of problems on their hands. And honestly, no matter what government took over, they're going to have these problems. It wasn't just because they were social democrats; it was just because of they were the government in power at the time. Okay, now they face political, economic, and social problems. Okay. They faced economic problems because everyone was facing economic problems, and they had a large amount of reparations to pay. Okay, political problems. A lot of people hated the fact that they were social democrats. They were not fans of the upper class. The upper class people did not like them. The upper class people did not like them, and even some of the lower class people didn't like them either. Okay, middle class people didn't like them. So they didn't have a large amount of support. What really hurts them is what's called the diktat. Okay. Hitler called this the stabbing in the back of every German. Okay. The diktat was where the Weimar Republic was forced to accept responsibility for the war. They weren't given any options. Remember, they lost the war. The losers basically are at the will of the winners. Okay?
Just finish them.
And people like Hitler and them, they were like, this is a stabbing in the back of every German soldier and every German. Okay? And they get it, and a lot of people blame this government. But let's be honest. They had no choice. They couldn't negotiate. They were the losers. Okay? Well, as the economy's hurting, their reparation payments are going to start falling behind. And France, who was the one entity that was really focusing on the Treaty of Versailles, says to Germany, you must pay. You must pay. It's like if Corey was to tell, Skylar owed Corey money. And Corey's like, you better pay or I'm going to beat you up. And Skylar's like, I have no money, I can't pay. And Corey's like, I don't care, you're going to pay me. Okay? It's exactly what's happening here between France and Germany. France says, fine, you can't pay me with money? Okay. We're going to invade the Ruhr Valley, which is where all the factories are in Germany. This was the demilitarized zone, the area that German soldiers could not be in after World War I. And basically, France says, we're going to take your products. We're going to take your steel. We're going to take your coal. We're going to take anything. Since you can't pay us money, we'll take it in products.
That saved though.
Well, this is what the people, of course, of Germany don't like this. And the people that work in the factories don't like this. So they passively resist. They can't forcefully resist because they'll be arrested or whatever.
It's like
by
Muhammad
the
Gandhi.
French. But they passively resist. They start working slowly. They start maybe not doing as good job. Or they start saying, I don't know how to do this. And this would anger the French. Think about this. I used this in an earlier class. I remember when I was a kid, I used to do this. I don't know if you guys do it anymore, but when my mom used to tell me, okay, Mikey, do the dishes.
Mikey.
Do the dishes. Okay. I hated doing the dishes. Okay. So I would do it really badly or really slowly. And then she like pushed me out of the way and say, okay, just vacuum or whatever.
My mom thinks I do that. I don't.
I got out of doing the dishes. Okay, and after a while she would stop asking me to do dishes. She'd just be like vacuum or something,
She didn't like yell at you or hit you?
She would talk to me in Spanglish. She'd be like,
Spanglish?
she's
You didn't have one of these?
no.
Because I do that mom like
Takes out the
usually
whip.
like yells at me and like
No, she'd be talking to me in Spanglish. She'd be like my whole name, and when your parent calls you by your whole name, you're in trouble. Okay. Anyway. Anyway, I was a good kid. I never needed to be beaten.
You just admitted to deliberately doing something wrong.
I've
It
never
was
been beaten.
passively,
Let's beat him now.
resisting.
I've been beaten. I've been whipped.
So you're telling me she didn't beat you up?
That's weird.
I was a good kid.
You're
What about whipping?
Now, granted, my friend next door, he would always get in trouble, and mom would find the pointiest shoe and like hit him with it,
Whip.
which is always kind of funny. Okay.
She beat your
No, she would take like the stilettos and be like,
Wow.
she'd be like,
What? That's like.
anyway. So anyway, moving on. Now, this is causing tension between Germany and France. This is causing lots of tension. So the United States says, okay, you know what? Well, we're gonna get involved. We're gonna get involved. The United States creates what's called the Dawes Plan to stop the tension between Germany and France. Because we're like, okay, France is just going crazy. Germany is doing their best to try to avoid any kind of tension. We create what's called the Dawes Plan. And the Dawes Plan is this. The United States is going to lend money to Germany. Okay? Germany is going to use that money for reparations. Germany is going to take that money and pay the Allies the reparations that they owe. Okay? Then the Allied forces, which would be Russia, France, England, would pay the United States back the money that they borrowed prior to the war. So we are giving money out to just get money back.
Making $100 million.
The idea is that yes, we're going to be losing money in this. Okay, we're going to already be losing money in this, but we were okay because we had plenty of it. Okay, but we were trying to stop any tension. Okay, does that make sense? Do we understand the Dawes Plan? Give me a thumbs up if you understand it. Okay, because Block 12 was like all.
Wait, we're making $100 billion.
No, we're not making any money. We're losing money. Okay, so let's say, okay, you owe Skylar money. Okay, you don't have money. Okay, Skylar owes Corey money. So Corey says, you know what, Nick, I'm gonna give you $100. So Corey gives you $100. You take that $100, you give it to Skylar. Okay, to pay off your debts. Skylar now will take that money and pay off the debts that he has with Corey. Corey is still out of money. He still is owed $100.
That's true.
Okay, so but he's trying to stop the tension between the three of you.
What a nice
Okay.
guy.
You mean the 2?
Whatever.
I still have
Yeah. Now, and just so you know, Germany just finished paying off their reparations from World War One. Okay, they just paid their last set of reparations about 5-10 years ago.
World War I is officially over.
Hey.
Okay.
What World War II?
There was no reparations for World War II. Okay, just so you know, after we lent about $350 million to Europe. Okay, to help rebuild. Okay, actually, this is from World War I onward. Just to show you, Britain, France, Italy. These are the countries that, of course, we gave the most money to. But after the war, we also gave money to the enemies, the former enemies, to help rebuild. Okay. Now, because of the Dawes Plan, remember all currency is now based on reputation. Okay, currency is based on reputation now. It is no longer based on gold. The world believed that the Weimar Republic was a weak government, unstable, inefficient, and something big is going to happen there. They devalued the currency of the German mark, almost literally overnight. The money that you might have had is pretty much worthless now. It will literally take a wheelbarrow full of money to buy one loaf of bread. Okay, worse than Venezuela. Because think of it like this. Okay, you might be like a billionaire prior to hyperinflation. Hyperinflation occurs, you're penniless. Literally overnight. Just to show you, and I'll come back to this, don't worry. Prior to World War I, 4 German marks equaled $1 US. After World War I, 14 equals $1 US. In 1921, 76 marks equaled the dollar. Before or during the Depression, but before hyperinflation, okay, 4.6 million equals $1 US.